Well, good morning to you and of course to our viewers. We're coming to you live from Soshanguve here at the Soshanguve East Secondary School. This is where the class of 2022 in Gauteng, the Gauteng class of 2022 will be honored. Of course, the matriculants who have made the nation proud. We have, as you have mentioned, the Gauteng Premier, the Gauteng Education MEC, and just many stakeholders, parents, but the young men and women of the hour, the matriculants, in particular the top achievers who are gathered here to, of course, be part of this event. I'm joined by some of them here just to find out how are they feeling and, you know, how their matric year was. I'm now joined by Boikanyo. Thank you so much and congratulations with your passing of course, the matric. Tell us, how are you feeling? How was your matric year?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm feeling very delightful.
No, go on.
Yes, I'm feeling very delightful. I'm feeling also the butterflies in my stomach. I'm anxious about this moment. Matric last year was pretty, a little bit hard, but I'm glad that we finally made it. And the year, making through it throughout the year was difficult, but obviously hard work always pays. With every time, if you work hard, spending sleepless nights will always get the beautiful outcomes at the end of the day.
All right, thank you so much. Another pupil joins me. Elijah joins me. Elijah, tell us about your experience and also congratulations. How was matric? What was challenging? What was easy? And really just to inspire those who come after you, what can they do to also one day walk in your shoes?
What I can say is that they have to put much effort in their books so that they can achieve their goals. What I've done is write down my goals, write down the level that I want, my goals, what I want to achieve, and then I've worked hard on that, and I've lived by the code that says success is in the efforts. So I've spent sleepless nights and it has been tough and difficult. So they can just focus on their efforts, put more effort in their books, and everything will be fine.
You guys are part of the top achievers, those who did sterling work, outstanding. How does that make you feel?
To be honest, I don't believe it right now because it has been a dream. So being in the moment where you feel like you're already living your dream is something else. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm a little bit nervous but happy at the same time.
Tell me, there were challenges, nationally so. We have been experiencing load shedding, and COVID-19 also had an impact on the education system in the country. How did you navigate around those challenges?
I remember when I used to study with my friend, we always make sure that our phones were fully charged. So when it is time for load shedding, we had our torches on and we studied with our torches.
So there were many challenges, but you guys overcame.
Yeah, success is in the efforts.
And the future, what does it hold? Are you going to study? What are your plans?
I'm planning to go to further my studies at the university. Yeah.
And what will you be studying?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I have options. I think I'm going to study astrophysics or pharmacy. Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Is there anyone of you who want to join in the conversation? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, actually. Being here, I also didn't believe it, but I'm glad that I'm here.
Right, many of them still being in disbelief. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are at the Soshanguve East Secondary School. It is fairly a new school. It was actually opened, I think, in 2017 by the former Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi. Now, this school has obtained a matric pass rate of just over 84%. Actually, if you round it off, it is about 85%. The school principal, Mr. Andy Kekana, joins me right now. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us this morning. It is a busy day here at your school. You've got so many guests. Tell me, how are you feeling this hour? Your matriculants also did fairly well?
Well, I feel satisfied. We did well, and we are happy for those who are going to receive awards today.
And tell us about the journey that you walked with the class of 2022, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. How was your matric year with this particular group? How many did write the exams?
We had 234 writing and 196 passing. Only 35 did not achieve. It was not an easy year because when we started it was COVID. What the school decided to do is to get other classes to do rotational school attendance, and we made sure that the matriculants, the grade 12s, are attending every day. So that's the sacrifice we made with others for the sake of the grade 12 class.
Those who would ask, of course, this is a township school. We were inside. It's beautiful, it's clean, it's orderly. This is my second time here. It seems like it is actually a go-to space for, in particular, big venues that are held by the Department of Education. But for those who would ask, but you know, what's your secret? What's the winning recipe for this school in particular? What would you tell them?
I have very good human relations with all my staff members, teachers and general workers, and I'm blessed. I can say I'm blessed because the general workers we had are hardworking. We have some incentive systems that we put in place. Generally, I'm a friend of all the people who are working in this institution, and if I have to reprimand anyone, we become friends afterwards.
The pupils who didn't make it, those who failed to matric, just repeat that number again, but share with us what were some of the challenges that they may have faced that made it very complicated for them to actually succeed.
There are about 35. Some of them, I'm sorry to say it was expected because they were not very cooperative in terms of class attendance either during the course of the week, the extra classes that the teachers organized and the SIP classes that were organized on Saturdays by Saibono. They did not cooperate with us, despite the fact that the department even provided them with transport on Saturdays to come to school. They chose not to come to school.
Social challenges, perhaps in the broader community, may have also have had an impact on those learners in how they responded to their academics?
That indeed also affected others, because I know of one particular case where when we visited the home of the boy, we realized that they are economically challenged. So this boy, his behavior was not unacceptable at our institution because at some stages he'll be caught smoking dacha or even selling it. But when we checked his family background, we realized he's doing that for purposes of augmenting the income of the family. Although it is not an acceptable practice, he was forced into doing such things because of the background.
We've heard from so many schools that parents playing a role in the academic activity of their children is vital. What's the situation at your school? What's the relationship between the school and parents in terms of supporting learners, and also the support that you're perhaps getting from the province?
I think it's a 50-50 situation in terms of parents supporting the school and those not supporting the school. In terms of the province, I think the province is doing everything in its power to support schools. Saibono is a project of the Department of Education. Learners are attending schools on Saturdays, and they sometimes even during school holidays organize camps for them and organize the best of tutors there are in the province. So the department's support, it's really impressive.
The national challenges that we are experiencing as a country, COVID-19, of course, it's gone, but it's still there. Its impact is not that dire anymore. And then we've got load shedding that is a nightmare, a daily nightmare. How is that impacting your school? How did you navigate around these challenges?
I was blessed because when my school was built, a generator was installed. So when we are load shedded, we use the generator. The only problem is that diesel, it's expensive. Now we are able to, our facilities are such that we are able to rent the hall for weddings and church conferences. So somehow we are able to augment for money to buy diesel with. So the rental of the facilities is also very helpful in terms of financial resources.
Well, it seems like you are a satisfied man. You're getting enough support, you're saying, from the province, and it seems like you know exactly how to handle the tasks that you are given here. Talk about the improvement from the previous pass rate to now, but I also want you to perhaps link it to some advice, inspiration to other schools out there who might be watching. Maybe you can share some pearls of wisdom as to what they can do to be on the same page as the school here.
My recruitment, I think, plays a major role in improving the school's results, because if I've got a vacant post, before I employ anyone or promote anyone, I consult with the subject advisors who are in most cases dealing with these educators. So even when you go through packages, you already know who you want because you have consulted with people with expertise in the subject. So we don't hire teachers for the sake of hiring teachers. We hire those we know that are going to add value to the institution. And I think that has helped us a great deal.
In closing, as the class of 2023 has already sat down for their academic year, what's your message to them, not just for those at your school, but nationally? The matriculants for this year who are already rolling up their sleeves to do the hard work. What is it that you perhaps can inspire them, that can make them cross this hurdle?
Well, I have this quote, although I do not know whose quote this is. The fact that the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by a sudden flight, but they, those who kept holding on and working hard, succeeded.
All right.
So my encouragement to them is that let's work hard regardless of what our circumstances are. Let's work hard.
Consistency. Thank you so much there. Of course, Mr. Andy Kekana, he's the principal here at the Soshanguve Soshanguve East, to be correct, Soshanguve East Secondary School here in Soshanguve, north of Pretoria. And you've heard the man, of course, talking about how he navigates the challenge that he has here at the school. It's one of the good, I wouldn't say best performing schools in Gauteng, but it is doing well, in particular if you think about where it's located. You heard that they're actually sitting at an 85% pass rate. Of course, several pupils who didn't pass, but of course the principal highlighting there what exactly the reasons are. And I think the attention now falls to the actual celebration that is about to take place inside. As I said, you've got the leaders from Gauteng that are here, that are led by the Premier Panyaza Lesufi. Of course, the MEC for Gauteng, also the Education MEC for Gauteng also being here, and many stakeholders. And as I have mentioned, the young men and women, they are the heroes. They are the people that we are celebrating this hour, as they, of course, have officially completed their schooling year, now entering a new era. Many of them, of course, are saying that they're looking forward to taking their studies further. They will be studying. You heard Elijah saying that he's not 100% sure what he will be studying, but of course they still have ample of time. And being top achievers, it means that they've got so many options. They literally have the world on their hands. World is an oyster for them. I think on that note, we toss it back to studio.